Hey everyone, back with another video, Confessions of a Removal Expert. Super cold here in Indiana today. It's been snowing quite a bit. A snowy start. But today I wanted to make a video, not about anything that's gruesome or gory, and just to show that not everything in this industry is always bad or disgusting. But we had a residence call for a funeral home. So me and the driver showed up to the address. When we got there, it was just a little old gentleman who had passed away. His wife was still there. She was the only one there. So we went through the whole process and told her how it was going to work, where exactly we were going. We were leaving the house, going straight to the funeral home for safekeeping until the funeral director got a hold of her and helped her through all the arrangements. Once we transferred the gentleman onto the cot and got him moved out to the vehicle, the driver left, and I actually went back inside and asked her if she had any family members that were going to show up to be with her during the rough time. And she said she did, but they weren't going to be there for probably an hour or two. So I offered to stay with her until somebody got there. Didn't have anything else going on, so I offered, and she said sure. So we sat down at her kitchen table, and she made us a cup of coffee, and we had about an hour-long conversation about all kinds of things. She asked me about my family, about my wife and my kids, and she asked me about the job and how I got into it, and she was really thankful that there was people like me out there that would do this kind of stuff and who would take such good care and show up in a suit and tie and looking really nice, and she was pretty thankful. And she told me about her husband and her family and all her kids and her life story, and it's pretty interesting. Just two people that never even met, and met under not so good circumstances, but ended up having a great conversation about who they were and how they lived for their lives. And so just making this video just to show that not everything always has to be about, blood and guts and gore, and there's actually a lot of really heartwarming moments that go into this when you do this kind of work. And I left that day knowing that I had done a good thing. Once her son got there, he kind of pulled me aside and thanked me, and was really appreciative of what I had done, and he made sure to let me know that they were gonna let the funeral home know what a nice young man I was, is the way he described it. And so I never heard anything from the funeral home, because they typically don't even tell you. Some places do. Some places are really good at it, and they're really appreciative too, but most places don't even care. But I knew I had done something good, and I'll always remember that one. You don't always get an opportunity to touch someone like that, touch someone's life like that in the middle of a really uncomfortable and really drastic change in their life. So that was a good one, and pretty heartwarming, and I'll always remember that one. So as always, like and subscribe. Any topics you want me to touch on, leave them in the comments, and I'll make the video. Like and subscribe. Have a great day. Peace.